Hi.
Hello.
I'm just gonna pop a little note in our group.
Hi. Oh, Claire in the daylight.
It's true, we usually only see you as a lady of the night.
Mm-hmm. And like sunset, yeah, around our calls.
Okay. Get new link. How are you guys? How are you feeling? Give me a temp check. Temp check, vibe check. You can come off mute or you can pop it in the chat.
I feel good. I feel excited. I had a little resistance to come to the call. I forgot and then like saw the thing in the group and then forgot again and then saw it in my email and I was like, oh my God, okay. Been working on my sticker page, sales page thing. How to make a sticker sales page. And so I'm very excited about it. I had that little run through with Marissa and it was so much fucking fun.
Oh, nice. You did it live with her?
Mm-hmm.
So rad.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thanks, Piper.
I'm feeling good. I'm excited for this call. I remember last time I don't know if we're doing the same thing, but last time we did something similar, I was like not quite ready. And now I feel really ready. So
Nice.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Mhm.
there'll be some stuff that's familiar to you and maybe some new um like new sunglasses, just like new perspectives. Yeah. Erin, hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Great. I'm so happy to have you live.
Oh, I'm excited to be here.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I was having a conversation with Yannicka yesterday, and I was just telling her, I was like, yeah, I was like, I can feel it. I was like, because we're in the same business together, right? So I was telling her, I was like, I can feel it. I was like, there's a shift. And she was telling me, she's like, Aaron, remember when we were in Kelowna and we went cliff jumping and you just went fucking full send? Like, I didn't even think twice about it. I just like went off the edge. She's like, that's what you need to do, like just fucking full send. And then I went and we listened to your day 2 voice note and like not even the first 30 seconds you say, yeah, we're gonna dive into the quantum leap. And I'm like, oh, oh, okay, just gotta go fucking full send, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so funny. I think it was yesterday I used full send language like 2 or 3 times, which I don't usually do. Like even as it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like full send. Like it's this that's the vibe. That's
Yeah,
it. But it was like yeah, not my go-to on the leap. That's yes, I feel it. Awesome.
yeah, full send.
Way cool. Thanks, babe.
Mhm.
Hi. How are you? We're just doing quick check-ins. What's going on?
Awesome. Hi.
Hi.
Quick check-ins. I made it to the call. Yes.
Yay.
Um, yeah, happy to be here. I'm not sure what will come out of me today, but I'm happy to be here. My space and myself is in a little bit of chaos, in transition, but um, I am here. So let's just, I'm happy to land. Hi,
Great.
everyone.
Great. Do you prefer Ashley or Phoenix?
Let's do Phoenix if it feels good. I know it says Ashley on the screen, so if you say Ashley, that's fine. But yeah, Phoenix would be great.
Okay, awesome. Phoenix.
Thanks.
You're about to leap. You're about to take off, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When do you do
Yeah.
that?
Tuesday, like a week and a half.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yay.
To to
All right.
France. Woo. hmm
France. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. I've had France in my visions lately. Neat.
Interesting. I have not. The fact that I'm going to France is a bit of a surprise. There's a
Mm,
retreat center there, and I'm going to be working at it for the month of August. So that's what's calling me there.
really cool. Really cool. All right, gang, let's get rolling. I mean, we're already rolling. We've infused the pot. Yeah, Phoenix, when you said land, like I'm here. I'm landed. Like let's do that. Let's start there. So if there's any part of you, any part of self, um, sometimes just like a little hip check for myself that's like, hey, Carl, be here. Like do that for yourself. So like land your body here. Have a breath. Here we are. Here we are. And you can send that energy down into your feet. And just feel the earth beneath you, even though I think Claire's the only one that's outside, but you can always feel the rhythm and the pulse of the earth connected to your feet and your bones and your root. Just a quick little landing. Any parts of you that feel like you're in the future, bring them into the now. Any parts of you that feel like you're in the past, bring them up to speed. Cool. So I'm going to give you a little run through of what we're going to do today, and then we'll do it. So I'm going to take you through, like really quickly, my compass method, which is kind of it's like the simplicity mapping that I use for my own business and for like to hold the structure of the business of my clients too. It's like the way that we can keep everything one, simple, and two, like I know I'm repeating myself, but like simply structured, because those of us, all of us here, are so talented and I'm gonna say multi-excited, which is a new word for me, but to be excited and disciplined about in many different ways and multimodality and multi-passionate and faceted, and just that can bring extra stuff, I'll call it for now. So the compass method is what I use when I am, I mean, I use it all the time, but what I use when I'm like, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And I'm like, okay, keep it simple, Carl. And I love the directionality of it as well. And then we're going to drop into what is coming through for each of you and clarifying that and bringing some direction to it. Um, it's not lost on me that I'm like, I actually hadn't seen this until now, but like compass method into direction. I'm like, cool, cool, cool. So we're gonna land that, and then I'll take you into some wealth mapping. So we'll take what's coming through as well as what's inside of your business and essentially lay it out so that your numbers make sense for the rest of the year. This was one of the hugest things that I was missing for a really long time. And when I'm just like rolling with the energy and launching whatever the hell I felt like, or like what was alive, which I still do. It's just that like when I had this part, which is the west part of my compass method, um, the math mathed essentially. And before that, the math was like surprise math as far as my income goes. So you will need just pen and paper for that, or even like your notes app, however you do. And then I will drop you into all of this together. So like what's coming through you with your revenue map and how that feels in your body. I think you guys probably know this, but if you don't, or just like recap, embodiment, somatics, energetics are like my forever jams. I existed in I still do. Um, that was like my main area of focus for a really long time. Yeah, is still true, still is. But anyway, we'll wrap it all together there. And at the end, I will jam about the Firestarter and see if that lands for any of you guys. Cool? Great. Okay, so quick overview of my compass method. Um, I feel like I always do a quick overview of it. And as I'm saying this, I'm like, that's because it is actually very simple. Like it doesn't need like a huge, we don't need to spend hours and hours on it. It's like the thing that you build out personally and unique to you over time. But it's actually like very simple. And let me close my Telegram so it's not beeping us. Okay. So you can write this down if you want to. You are more than welcome to adopt it if you want to, if it sounds good for you. If not, no worries, leave it behind. You can also just take it in. So the compass method has 5 points. The center point being you. Like the center point is like it's like your spine, you as your sovereign, soul missioned human being. It's your true north. So that's the center of the compass. Um, in the north, these track to like I'm just gonna call it, I know there's a million traditions, but like traditional directional elements. So in the north we have the earth, and this is like it's like the bones of your business. It's like what's in here? What's the architectural structure that is that is the house of your business? In the south we have it's like your Getty up, your fire, your why. It's the part where you touch it and it turns you on and it makes you want to cry and it makes you want to scream, and like when we really hit it, it like will crack you open. But it's like the juice. It's also the stuff that's like it's like the fiery stuff, like to get you fired up. That can be something like you see someone post something on Instagram or whatever, say something in real life, and you're like, that is so not it. Like this like oomph that's like, yeah, but this way. There's maybe even like a soapbox in here, or like if you were it's like the energy of the hill that you would die on. Not that I want that for any of you, but like, what are you saying? You know, you're in front of whatever, your town, your people, your tribe, the whole world. Like what is the oomph? This is the electricity, the spark that essentially like generates your whole business. And east is air and voice and messaging and how we are communicating so that the whole thing works. And in the West, we have wealth systems, wealth energetics, and wealth structure. And that's the second half, I guess, of what we'll be doing today. That'll be our wealth mapping, like fits into that part. And that's like wealth energetics, the energies that we are running around money, around wealth, around abundance. And there's a lot of stuff in there, right? We'll cover some energetics today, but this is like life's work. We always have stuff to sort through. Like that's my mom's thing, that's my dad's thing, that belonged to my great 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 grandfather, whatever, right? Wealth energetics, also like embodiment and identity of like how we are orienting to wealth and money, and as well as the structural stuff. So today we're going to talk about um, like I said, like the mathing that is like linear structural, like is this working? Like how can we lay this out? How can we lay this out so that it is working for you? And we'll play with a little bit of what I'm calling quantum math while we're in there too. So that is the compass method. This came through this analogy, this true story for me. When I when I was bartending, I found myself, like literally found myself. I did not seek this out. I did not plan it. I just like found myself in the craft cocktail movement. Um, 10 years ago. Does that math? Anyway, it was my old life, long time ago. Um, no, older than that, 12 years ago, 13. Um, I just like, yeah, I just like landed there and like found myself there. And at the like the my like very first day behind the bar, my manager, teacher who also just like happened to be the neighbor that I grew up with. I'm like, wow, this is like really synchronistic. He was like, can you make me a gin and tonic? And I'm like, nope. Like, I don't know which one, what's the gin, what's the vodka? Like, I don't like, I was so at a loss to like even where I was. And I picked it up so fast that I started running a bar. This was all within like a year. I started running a bar and our bar was like featured in magazines and I was in magazines and people were like seeking out my little speakeasy. And it was because of essentially like the Compass version of craft cocktails. Like this like little secret that feels like so not a secret. But I discovered that if you learn, there's like five basic recipes for cocktails. Oh, this was also in the craft cocktail movement when everyone was in suspenders. Even I think I was wearing suspenders and like fedoras and like the handlebar mustaches. It might still be happening, but I'm not in that movement anymore. But yeah, I discovered that there's only like five basic cocktails, and once you know those, then you can really fuck with the recipe. So you can trade this out for this and this out for this, and like just knowing these five basic recipes meant for me, for like the artist and the creative in me, that I could really take off. So that's how the compass method came through for me is like, how can we keep this super simple, but super simple in a way where like if you have these five in place, you can start to break rules and like do things your way. So this is where my little rebellion comes in. Um, Great. I think that brings us up to speed on Compass. So yeah, like I said, we'll be hanging out mostly in the West in the wealth wealth direction of the Compass method today, and maybe actually like what we're going to drop into is going to hit the other points too. Um, so I'm going to transition us from that into a question, an inquiry for you to ask yourselves. We're all in this space together to blow up your business. Like that is the probably some like energy in here too, but like that is the forefront draw. Like, yes, I want to blow up my business. But my question for you is, what does that mean for you? Like, what are each of you blowing up? What do you want to blow up? What do you want to expand into? What do you want to get bigger? Um, is that identity? Is it the version of you that's running what it is you're doing? Is it a new program, a new modality coming through? Like, what is the blow up? Is it revenue? Is it impact? Is it like the number of clients in your system? Just hang out with that question for a minute. Like, what actually do I want to blow up here? Because precision and clarity are really important to go where we want to go. I'm just gonna give you like 30 seconds to like ponder that. Like what do I want to blow up slash like what is coming to me to be blown up? And it could also not be blow up. It could just be like clarify or like a gentle regulated expansion. And also just like let this be an ongoing question here. I think the point that I really want to bring us into is like specificity and precision and clarity. Because I know certainly for me in times that I have either been like called forward, called into more, or just like want more, like my desire to want more. It can be this like broad, broad sweeping stroke of like, yes, blow up, um, which can be great. Like we often don't know all of the details until we start moving and like getting on the road, and then we figure things out as we go. Um, but in the places where we can be more specific, making these things manifest, is way easier when we are more precise about things. So I'm actually going to tell you a really short story, and then I'm going to have you guys stand up. This is like a really simple practice. You don't have to really do anything. We're just going to feel something. Um, I I taught breath work at this place in Boulder called the Star House for a really long time, monthly. And during that time, I also like stood. I developed a really deep relationship with Sagittarius because the room is 12 sided, and it's set up like a star map. So there's a there's a tree trunk for each zodiacal sign. And then it's not a quadrant because that's four, but whatever a 12 version quadrant is, on the floor. So there's yeah, there's all of the zodiacal signs, and I just like kicked it with Sagittarius and like learned from Sagittarius for a really long time. He was like my like deep homie and teacher. Um, and I was in the shower right before this, and I was like Sagittarius? Like I did not plan on bringing this through or like teaching about Sagittarius. I'm also like not an astrologer at all. Like I like hang out with with these forces and these beings, but like not my forte line of practice. I don't know. Anyway, Sag dropped in the shower. I'm like, okay, this is where we're going. Because Sagittarius is um, each sign has gifted us a different like a different body part, and each body part like has a gift for the human experience. And Sagittarius's gift is the muscles, like quadriceps, biceps, like the bigger ones that are pushing and doing heavy lifting stuff. Sagittarius is a fire sign and is also the archer. So this is all going to come together in a second. I want you guys to stand up, and I'm going to do this kind of on my knees because I'm on screen. But stand up. You don't have to be on screen if you don't want to. And take the posture of direction, the like a athletic stance. So like one foot in front of the other, like you're about to run, or like you're really rooted. I know that's kind of different, but like one foot in front of the other, and then with your arms, take the shape of like pulling back a bow. So one hand is forward, and your hand or your finger is like pointing, and then the other one is drawn back. And and in this, like I want you to focus, see where your arm or your arrow is pointing. And this is the direction. This is the direction that you're heading. This is what you're calling in for yourself. This is what you're claiming. This is also what you're being shown, like this bigger mission that's moving through you. And in that pullback, like feel the feel the tension here, the tension in muscles, the tension in your imaginary bowstring, the tension in strength in like your legs that hold the whole system up. And this clarity and precision of sight, like your sight line is following your arrow and you're like, this is where I'm going. This is like, this is personal direction. This is soul mission. This is business. Like for us, so often these are like very similar sight lines, right? So just feel the power of that. You can put your arms down. I like my arms are tired. um, so Sagittarius, like the power of Sagittarius is this like sharp sight, it's directionality, um, it's masculine in nature. Masculine supports the vision of the feminine. So your intuition, your creative sight, the big downloads that you receive and you're like, oh my God, like that's where I'm going. That's huge. You guys can come back to the screen and sit down if you want to, unless you want to hang out in Sag position. That's cool too. So feminine sight is like the feminine is like big. She's like big vision. She's creative. She's like, this is what's happening, this is where we're going. And this masculine sight, and you can feel the energy of it. I'm like, what is the word for it? Um, anyway, feminine has huge vision, and your inner masculine comes in and he's like, great, like let's build it. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the plan. Here's the steps. Um, and not from a place of like control or like I need to know everything before I take action. But sacred masculine is like yeah, baby. Here's what we're gonna do. That's what the masculine energy and the drawback feels like for me, where he's like he's aimed on it. He's like, yeah, we're going. And the last piece that I want to bring about Sagittarius is fire. Like Sag is a fire sign. But one of the biggest gifts that I learned about Sagittarius, this type of fire, through my really long time of hanging out with him, is that it's the most mature form of fire. Um, I'm my chart is like full of fire. I'm like half fire. I'm an Aries sun, a Leo moon, and most of my others, not most of them, the other half of my signs are in Sagittarius. So I have like all of it. I also have a lot of earth too. I think it's the thing in me that has this like very, very grounded feeling. It's like the ignition and also like the practicality of it. It's like, okay, cool, but like we're gonna be on earth while we do this. Um, but my like Aries is a very young fire. It's like it's like wildfire, it's like forest fire, it's very thrilling, it's very exciting, and it can be dangerous and like out of control. And then Leo fire has this different frequency because it's like um, heart fire, like heart warmth, more like less wildfire and more like intentional alchemy. And then there's this like difference in Sagittarius's fire. And I'm bringing this in because it feels like it's necessary. Like we're all at a place in our journeys and our businesses that is like we still need that fire, right? It's like the south in our bodies, in our root chakras, in the compass method. We still need fire, but operating with like a mature fire that's like tending to a hearth. And again, I didn't know that I was going to teach on this today, but it like told me to. So I'm just trusting that there's like pieces in this that needed to land for you guys. Welcome to this version of Sagittarius. Um, that and I the thing that I brought this in before. I think this is going to be one of the through lines through this call today. But the thing that Sagittarius is, or that arrow, or yesterday I talked about the slingshot pullback. It's the same movement, right? It's the same like directionality, precision, clarity. That's where I'm heading. The like the energetic visual that I get here is that it's in our multi-dimensional multi-talented, like the multitudes in all of us, in the type of human that I call in, to just because of your like your creative nature and your creative genius and your talents and kind of like all of these things that we all gather along the way. Like I know at this point I have like I don't even know. I'm like I have hundreds of like tools and modalities and um tricks that I keep in my pockets. And I'm also a generator, and so I have this like I can do everything shadow. Um, so anyway, in that pullback, that's like, great, here's where I'm going. This is what I'm building. This is what I'm here for. This is who I'm here for. This is the revenue that I'm claiming for myself. And then there's like all of these flashy things that are like, but this is exciting, and I want to start a podcast, and I want to blah blah blah, blah, right? It's like a version of shiny object syndrome. And so I wanted you to stand up and feel that, to feel the like the clarity and the directionality of moving in one direction. And what we're going to move into now is like streamlining what's coming into your business and what is already in your business, so that it's all moving in the same direction. And there's not this like woo, which there still will be because we're also working with the mystery and we're all creative beings. But the more that we can like stack and math the math, um, the better we can get there. The I know Piper knows this guy. Father Bronx, who writes or runs Make Art Not Content. He has this like super simple phrase that's probably just like logical. Like this is just a logical thing to say. He's like, he talks about roadmaps in this way where he's like, you have to know where you're going if you want to get there. Just like very simply, where are we going? What do we need to do? Great. I'm gonna take a breath and stop talking for a moment so I can feel you guys. What's here for you? What's coming through?
I'm glad you opened the floor because when you brought up the South and like the spark that like when you see something that you're like, I don't think that's it, and it like lights you up, I was like, Father Bronx. And you know, we've had the conversations before where it's like not everything he says, but some of the things, some of the ways he wants you to be is like, oh, is that true for everyone? But it's just funny that you brought it back around to him.
Mm.
And now I'm like, do I need to like start following him again? What's there for me?
um yeah, yeah. I mean we could rabbit hole here for a while, but I just don't think that he's made for feminine bodies. Yeah, I don't think that he's made for like bodies that cycle, which male bodies do too. But anyway, I like love everything that he says except for that part. I'm like, no, people need rest. We gotta like be in pleasure too. Yeah, yeah. What else is here?
I appreciated the chat about Sagittarius. I think that what I ended up taking from that is that a reminder. I think I've been comfortably in creative space, and I'm like, oh, my masculine energy is pretty dormant right now in certain ways, I think in the business ways. So I think that just even having that conversation and that awareness, I'm like, okay, I need to channel that more when I'm
Mm,
thinking about creation, not just the creative process, but where are we going kind of feeling. So that was helpful.
great, great, cool, awesome. Well, thank you to Sagittarius and your shower drop-in. I'm glad that was
Right.
helpful.
I was like, oh, maybe this is why I need that. Great.
Rad, cool. Thanks, Phoenix.
Mhm.
Anything else before we move on?
I was actually going to say the same thing. Like, I'm really glad you brought up Sagittarius. Even when you got up, told us to get up and do the exercise, like pointing this way, and I was standing this way, and like to me, this is south. Like, if I'm standing here, this is south to me, and you said like that's your why, that's your fire, and even in like the day one audio training, you had talked about like what are you taking with you? What are you leaving behind? And how does that feel in your body? And for me, I was like, it feels like my body's on fire. But I was like, why is that happening? And it's like, now you're talking about Sagittarius. And I'm like, oh, there it is.
Cool.
So
Cool. I'm covered in chills as you say that. Man, cool. I, this is like a different kind of mathing. It's like when the synchronicities start stacking. Love it. Chef's kiss. Thanks, babe. Um, great. So let's move into this last part of our exploration today. We're actually going to be do some mapping. Um, I'm going to give you kind of like the basic framework, and then you can adjust on your own. And I'm gonna drop something like just for the call only at the end where I'll actually come in and help you guys with this too, like on an individual basis. So um grab if you're a pen and paper gal, do that. If you're a Notes app or a Google Doc kind of gal, do that. Um so just to like framework this or preface this, um think about your like call into your body what you want to be making, what you want to be making monthly, what you want to be making annually, and in linear terms, the math has to math. And like I said earlier, like this for me, looking back on it, I'm like, well, Carl, like it didn't work because the math didn't math, and like you didn't even look at it. Um, so we're gonna make that part shake out and then bring in what I am I like 2 weeks ago I like accidentally said quantum math and I was like that's great. I'm gonna keep rolling with that. So we'll bring in the like bigger, more magical, more feminine parts of math, income math after that. So the linear, the logical is really like what's inside of your business, when and how are you selling it? So I'm kind of seeing it in like um we're on a timeline that's let's just say we're working with it through the rest of the year. Like we're in July, we're about halfway through the year and we have 6 months. So like what's happening in the bones of your business over the next 6 months? What are you doing here? And does it add up? Does it stack to your desired income? The exploration here is like what's coming in for you. I'm making an assumption here, and if this is not correct, like leave it behind. But what's coming in for you to build? Like what's your next offer? Like is there a new group program here? Is there um Piper and Claire, I'm just going to talk about you guys because I know what's coming through you. Like Piper has like how to art classes coming, how to make stickers, how to do block prints. Claire has in-person work coming, and a group program. So like what is coming into your business universe or your business suite that's going to make you money? And we'll just call that like a spot or like a room inside of your business suite or your universe. And what else is already in there? So like literally, how do you make money with your clients? Do you have a 3 month thing? Do you have a year-long thing? Do they come to you for one-off sessions? Like, if you had to, this is actually the north on the compass method. Like this is the bones of your business. Like, what's inside? What's inside? And for some of you live, and I know some of you watching this later, there will be question marks here. That's okay. That's okay. So for me, mine is very simple. I have the Firestarter, which is a 3-month program. I have my Renegades Mastermind, that's 6 months, and I have a one-on-one offering. And then for each one of those, I will run some kind of mini offer that leads up into it. So that's really just the question is like, what's inside your business? And ideally, we want for one, like if you think about your business, I'll call this a suite, or sometimes I'll call it the universe, or like your house, but like your business is like this, um, whatever. I'll use the house analogy now. It's like it's your house, and like you're inviting your your favorite people into your house and like bringing them into different rooms. So like each room inside of your business is a different kind of offering. And ideally, we want for each room to like lead into the next. And this is really how we can keep people, at least our aligned people, inside of our house or inside of our universe. So the first room is this one also is just like log this, keep this for later, like think about this as you're building things out. Um, the first room is like it's like the first step of the journey with you. It might not be like point zero or like beginner room, but it's like where they start with you. And then your second room is kind of this like middle journey. It's like where they go after the first room with you. Like they're not ready for that second room when they first come to you. Some of them will be. Um, and then the third room is obviously like the next in line. So this is like some people would call this the client journey. Um, but it's really you can also think about this like you on like you as your dream client, because we teach what we know, right? Um, on different points in your journey. So, what did you need 10 years ago? What did you need 8 years ago? What did you need 5 years ago? Because these are different things, right? It's like the same client, you're the same person, but we have different needs. And when we set it up like this, then when people come into your house or into your universe or like into your DMs or get on a sales call or whatever, you have a place for them. So there's no scramble to be like, okay, let me create something for you real quick. Let me think about it. I used to do this all the time. I don't know, I'll think about it and get back to you. And then I'd like work through what was actually happening for me energetically and send them some email. But instead you're like, okay, I have sales call with person Y, and I'm like, okay, she's not quite ready for mastermind. You're a perfect fit for Firestarter. So there's just like always a room in your house for your ideal client. And again, in that like streamlining, simplifying way, at least the structure of business that I teach is to keep the inside of the house like pretty simple, pretty minimal. Um, which I'll be honest with you guys was like really frustrating and triggering for me for a really long time because I want like 400 things in my house. But 400 things in my house, like it's that shiny object thing and like really overcomplicates. And the simpler we can keep the inside of the house, the more it's going to make sense and the more we can make your revenue stack. Um, all of that to say, once the inside of the house is regulated, once your income becomes reoccurring, once it's like once the system is like really working, you're making what you want to make. Everything feels really structured and grounded. Like all of the cogs are working. Then we can bring back in the sparklies. Then we can bring back in the like, oh my God, I feel so excited. I'm going to run this workshop on, I don't know how, how to make bread. Unless that's like your big thing, and then we'll make that work. Okay, so as far as the mapping goes, here we're going to think about again July through December, and look at what's coming through for you. Look at what's inside of your suite, and does the timeline make sense? If you if you launch this here, if you launch this here, if you land 5 clients here in when I say here, I mean like months. Like you land 5 clients in July and then you launch your group program in August or September. Like, does your math? And if this feels complicated, ask yourself where you can simplify it. I'm going to give you an example from my own business and apply what makes sense for you. So when I talk about stacking, it's like stacking and mathing. Like I just said, I'm really only at any given time, I'm really only running either or not running, selling and running, selling the Firestarter or the Renegades. So it's either 3 months or 6 months, and it's a mid-ticket and a high-ticket offer. And then my one-on-ones are just like there. Just group programs are really my jam. But they're there if I need them. Because again, like some women are going to come in my universe and be like, I'm actually not a fit for this group program or this one. I'm like, amazing, let's do one-on-one. Like there's always a place in my universe. So so my 3-month program runs every 3 or 4 months, and then my 6-month program runs every 6 months. So I think about them as like two different layers. And I'm pretty much at any given time, I'm like running them both at the same time. So I have two group programs running at the same time. And the revenue, the income for both of them are stacking on each other. So this is the way that we can start to regulate whatever your monthly reoccurring income desire is. Is that making sense? Okay. Okay, so just to recap, like the different rooms in your business house or like your suite, the way that you have them set up and on your desired timeline, does the linear math track? Does it add up to where you want it to be? In here, we can change things. Like you can change the number of clients that you bring in. You can change your prices. You can turn things up. You can turn things down to hit the numbers that you want. But we really just like straight up got to make sure that the math checks out. Okay. And then we can talk about what I'm calling quantum math. That is like blowing it up. That's like, cool. This is the chronological, linear, kind of like masculine time math. And then we have magic and the mystery and running the energy of bigger and more. Like this is really like through feminine vision, through feminine sight, and through holding the frequency that I think it was day 2, talking about the frequency of inevitability and conviction. This is when we can blow our own numbers out of the water. Like in the like that doesn't even make sense kind of land, like that kind of quantum mystery, quantum feminine math. And this is like holding the embodiment before the evidence comes. This is running the frequency and running the identity of the woman who's already done it. She's just like, this has happened. And she's moving that way, and she's speaking to however it is that you speak to your clients, or like the people coming in messaging and emails and posts and copy, um, like like they're already in the room. Like they like this is the room for them. Um, the like we're running like the quantum blow up, blowing your own numbers out of the water, blowing like the numbers that make sense out of the water, is running the frequency, like running the felt feeling, like Aaron said, like you felt into what it feels like, and you're like, my body's on fire. Like that's the frequency that we're holding. That's the like the somatic pose through all of it. Like even when things get rocky, even when we don't have all the details and we're like, oh my God, I can't even see like step 2 through 4. All I have is 7. But we're holding the embodiment of what we know is possible, of what we know is inevitable. So this is where we're taking linear math and blowing it into quantum. Like this is really where your like your magic comes in, and your casting and your dreamscaping and your like whatever it is in your practice, like however it is that you guys do this, like the feminine part of building business, like that's where this lands in the mathing part. So, like I said, for you guys on call, and this goes for you guys watching the recording too, I am offering suite audits. And so I want to drop in individually with you guys and like everything that we talked about here, um, to go through and just like suss the whole thing out, like judge the whole thing out, so that your revenue for the remainder of the year stacks and tracks. So your maths. So just reach out to me individually for that, and we will do that together. That dropped in this morning, and I'm really excited about it. We have 5 minutes left together. I want to tell you about the Firestarter, and before I do that, take a breath. Before I do that, take a breath. And I want you to feel what I was just talking about, the inevitability of this next level happening for you, this income happening for you. And I know that like I can see it in your bodies right now. I know that the brainier stuff gets brainier and gets clunkier. So I just want you to like backshift or like downshift into that blow up. What are you blowing up? What are you claiming? What are you stepping into? And like really feel that in your body. Like, Aaron, I can't remember your words exactly, but like what you dropped into the Telegram space about like this thing that's coming through you that's like bigger and more sacred, like that. I want you to be able to feel that. And that's part of this mission coming through you. Okay. Great. Okay, so Firestarter, and then I can answer any questions that you have. So, doors are open for you guys for my next run of the Firestarter. This is a super powerful program. I think my favorite thing about the Firestarter is that it really knows its own identity. You guys know when you run something, when you run a program, and it's like a little like mushy or watery, and like even you as a space holder, like, what's happening here? It's like the soul of the thing is like, yeah, we could do this. Anyway, this maybe doesn't matter, but it's my favorite thing about the Firestarter. Yeah, so good. Claire just went through it last round. Yeah, the Firestarter is just like it's fiery, it's potent. It's this like powerhouse of a 3 months. Like it's only 3 months. It goes by really fast, and we cover a lot of ground. But it never feels like that Aries fire. It's like it's very Sagittarius. It's very like masculine fire. Like Anyway, I'll tell you what it is. So over 3 months, we are building or rebuilding a like one of your signature programs. So one of the things that you have inside of your house or are building and like bringing into your house, um, we're gonna build it or rebuild it if you already have it, launch it and sell it out together. We'll also build a funnel. We'll build a funnel and you'll learn my launching methods so that like unshakably, undoubtedly, your program fills. Like we're gonna sell it out. So the way that if you haven't been in container with me, the way that I work is like really, really hands-on. It's super high touch. Um, I'm right there with you all the way from build out, planning, dates, like step by step, like exactly when you're gonna do things. Um, I'm like in your Google Docs with your copy. We're writing your sales page together. We're doing your graphics together. Like literally everything is together, hand in hand the whole way. So I think that's all about that right now. If this sounds like something that's calling you, that's like, yes, I am building this thing, or I want to rebuild a thing that I really love, but it's never really taken off. And I would love to have you with me for this launch and sell out. You guys get up to $1,000 off. Just hop into my DMs by next Thursday and let me know you want to jam about it. And yeah, them's the next steps. So I think I'll open, I know we only have 2 minutes left, but I do want to open to questions, like anything that came up for you that was like clunky in our explorations, or if you have questions about the Firestarter. And if not, we'll just do a lovely little closeout. Okay. If questions do come up, just hit me up. You can drop them in our Telegram group or you can come see me privately. I'm always really happy for that. I love DMs. I love voice notes too. I think Georgie asked that yesterday. Like, can I voice note? And Claire was like, Carl loves voice notes. I love voice notes. Send me all your voice notes. So let's just do a really quick round of I'm leaving here with. And you can pop off and use your voice or you can pop it in the chat. Totally up to you.
I'm leaving with excitement.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Claire.
I'm leaving with clarity.
Nice.
I'm leaving with some holes in my rooms, but holes that are there to be filled. And that
Yeah.
feels like also clarity.
Yes, it does. It does. Great. Thanks, Phoenix. Yeah, and we got to know they're there to fill them. That does feel like clarity. Totally. Pipes.
I'm leaving here with equal parts clarity and confusion.
Great. Let me know what they are. We will clarify them all. All right, guys. I am leaving here delighted and aligned, like feeling my own alignment, I think is one of my favorite things. Like being in the room with you guys, and I'm just like, you guys are my total favorite people. Like I am doing my correct work. I'm in the right place. And you guys help me feel that way. So that's also grateful. I'm just grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you all. And I'll see you in Telegram and my DMs and like go forth and prosper and bring your incredible work to the world. I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.